some point, without any big announcement, a person just stops. They stop texting first. They stop explaining how they feel. They stop trying to fix what was never theirs to fix. And from the outside, it looks like they've changed. But inside, something much deeper has happened. They didn't stop chasing love. Their mind simply refused to keep begging for it. Because the truth is, no one just wakes up one day and decides to stop chasing. It's a slow psychological shift, built from disappointment, layered with overthinking, and sealed with emotional exhaustion. At first, they tried harder. They gave more chances. They ignored red flags. They told themselves, maybe if I love better, they'll stay. But the human brain has limits, and when effort is not reciprocated, the mind starts to register something dangerous: rejection without closure. That's where everything begins to change. Their nervous system gets tired of hoping, tired of waiting, tired of decoding silence like it's a message. And slowly, what once felt like love starts to feel like anxiety. That's when the brain does something powerful. It shifts from attachment to protection. They begin to detach, not because they don't care, but because caring started to cost them their peace. They realize something most people learn too late. You can't convince someone to choose you, and the more you chase, the more you abandon yourself. So they stop, not dramatically, not loudly, but quietly, with a kind of silence that only comes after emotional chaos. Psychologically, this is where self-worth is rebuilt. Not from compliments, not from attention, but from absence. From the moment they notice, I feel calmer without this. They start observing instead of reacting. They notice who only shows up when it's convenient, who gives just enough to keep them attached, but never enough to feel secure. And once the brain recognizes a pattern, it becomes almost impossible to unsee it. This is why they no longer chase mixed signals, because mixed signals are no longer exciting. They're predictable, and something else changes too. They stop fearing loss, because they've already experienced what it feels like to lose themselves while trying to keep someone else. And that kind of loss? It leaves a deeper scar than heartbreak ever could. So now they choose differently. They choose calm over chaos, clarity over confusion, presence over potential. They no longer fall for intensity because they've learned intensity is not love. It's often just uncertainty in disguise. Real love doesn't make you question your place. It doesn't make you feel like you're too much or not enough. It feels steady. And once your mind understands that, you stop chasing anything that feels like a roller coaster. And here's the irony. The moment they stop chasing love, they become harder to replace. Because now they're not driven by fear, not controlled by attachment, not addicted to validation. They're grounded. And there's something deeply attractive about someone who has nothing to prove and nothing to beg for. So if someone has stopped chasing love, don't assume they've become cold. They've just reached a point where their mind values peace more than possibility. Because in the end, they didn't stop believing in love. They just stopped believing that love should feel like a constant struggle.